From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Cassie Heiter.
Hey guys, it's just going to be another very hot day today. We've got the heat advisory in place for all of central and eastern Oklahoma and also Beaver County. It's going to feel anywhere upwards of around 105 to at times as much as around 110 degrees. Now, officially in Oklahoma City, we have not hit 100 degrees just yet. I think we could do that this week. That's certainly a possibility as early as tomorrow, but we've certainly seen a lot of days where we've at least hit 90 degrees. In fact, we've seen 19 days so far, and we are easily going to add another one to that today. So eventually that's going to be about 20 here later this afternoon. So as we go throughout the day today, temperatures will be warming up pretty quickly by about 2 o'clock. We're looking for temperatures to be in the low 90s. I think we're going to top out at about 94 degrees today, but look at that heat index eventually with that south wind between about 5 to 15, the humidity. Still, it's going to feel more like around 101 to around 102, I think, later this afternoon. Looking at Storm Shield 9, a little bit quieter than days past, but we still have some storms in parts of Kansas, and these are going to try to make it into parts of northeast Oklahoma late this afternoon into early evening. We'll see if it actually makes it that far. So in the meantime, just lots of sunshine. It's dry, but the humidity will certainly be building here later today. So this is our American Fidelity camera of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Mostly sunny, 78 degrees, a south wind at 10 miles an hour. Dew points are already in the low 70s, so it's already very humid. But upper 70s, low 80s across north. Still, that's pretty much the same scenario across the rest of the state. So upper 70s, low 80s, a south wind between about 10 to as much as around 20 miles an hour or so. So a little breezy this afternoon, but even with that, it's not really going to provide a whole lot of relief. You can see heat advisories, excessive heat warnings covering all of the southern plains all the way back to the west coast. So we're not the only ones dealing with the heat. In fact, the heat dome, it's just out to the west. It's not on top of us by any means. We still have opportunity for storms to kind of sneak in here with kind of a weaker northwest flow. So it doesn't look like we're going to get these big time overnight storms this week, at least not at this point. But it still looks like we have some opportunities of seeing rain and storms in parts of the state over the next few days. I think the next best chance is going to actually happen once we get into Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The best chance will stay across northern Oklahoma, but as we get closer to the weekend, now we're looking at Friday and Saturday, that ridge of high pressure starts to back off a little bit. And that puts us in more of a position to see a higher chance of rain and storms. The good news is with that higher chance of rain and storms, temperatures should back off a little bit as well. But by the time we get into later on in the weekend into early next week, that heat dome does progress a little bit farther to the east, and that's going to pretty much cut off those rain chances and push those temperatures back to above normal. But today, looking for a high of about 94 degrees in Oklahoma City, mid and upper 90s, low 100s in the southwest, maybe just a degree or two cooler in the far north and east if we can get those rain and storms in here. But for this afternoon, at this point, I just have about a slight chance in parts of northeast Oklahoma. We do stay dry in Oklahoma City. Overnight tonight, mostly clear. It's going to be breezy. The wind's going to be picking up a little bit more out of the south. Temperature of 74 degrees in Oklahoma City, but 74 in Ponca City, 75 in Ada, and about 77 overnight tonight in Durant. Tomorrow afternoon, we do have that opportunity to hit about 100 degrees in Oklahoma City, 103 in Ponca City, so low 100s for a lot of us, 105 in Altus, 104 in Ardmore. Far eastern Oklahoma staying in the mid and upper 90s, though. Once we get into Wednesday afternoon, the wind backs off just a little bit. It's still going to be breezy, but temperatures start to come down a little bit as well. That humidity is going to increase, and unfortunately, it's going to kind of work in our favor. The air temperature goes down, but the heat index starts to go up, though. 90 degrees in Ponca City, low 100s across the south and southwest by Wednesday night to Thursday morning. There's that slight chance of storms across the north. 9-day forecast showing that it's going to be hot for a while, but we do get a little bit of a break as we get closer to the weekend.